Hi guys, it's Charla from That Girl Cooks Healthy. So today I'm going to show you how to make these delicious Caribbean sorrel chicken wings using your air fryer. So the first thing I'm going to do is to prepare the sauce. It also doubles up as a glaze as well. So what I'm going to do is to pour my sorrel drink into a saucepan, followed by some passata. Passata is pretty much uncooked pureed tomatoes, and then I'm going to add my all-purpose seasoning. It's homemade. You guys know that I love to make my own spice blends, followed by some raw cane sugar, and I also have some chili in there as well to give it a kick. And I'm also going to add my tapioca starch, which is mixed with some warm water, which creates a type of slurry, and that's going to thicken up the sauce. And what I'm going to do next is just keep stirring. It's going to take a few minutes until the sauce starts to thicken, so just keep stirring and it's going to darken and thicken up. So just keep doing that until it starts to thicken up. So this is what the sauce looks like after several minutes. As you can see, it's darkened and it's also thicker. It's going to thicken up even more as it cools down, so do not be alarmed. It is going to thicken up even more. Just leave it and put it to the side while you work on the rest of the recipe and just allow it to thicken up. So the next thing we need to do is to season our chicken. I've already washed and dried it the Caribbean way. So what I'm going to do now is just add some green seasoning. I'm also going to add some pink salt, black pepper, and some more all-purpose seasoning, and I'm just going to create a mild type of rub for the chicken. So it's nothing too heavy, but it's enough to create some, like a taste for the chicken. So it's not gonna be fresh or anything like that. So you're just gonna mix that in with the chicken, and then we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. So now I'm going to place the chicken wings in a bag. I'm using a tie handle bag because I don't have a Ziploc bag, but if you have a Ziploc bag, then even better. Either one of them works. I just have a preference for Ziploc bags, but I didn't have one. So you just want to add the pieces of chicken to the bag, and then once we do that, we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. So now we're going to season and coat the chicken some more. So I'm going to add a combination of some more all-purpose seasoning, some thyme, some onion and garlic granules, and pink salt, along with some tapioca starch. You can use any type of starch that you want, but I prefer to use tapioca starch. And then once I've done that, I'm going to just tie up the bag securely and then give it a really good shake. So I'm just going to open the bag after shaking it so you guys can see that the chicken is completely coated. So now we're going to air fry the chicken, or should I say prepare to air fry the chicken. So I'm just going to place each of the chicken wings on my air fryer basket. As you can see, I've used some liner for my basket, and that's going to protect it and stop it from being messy, because it does get a little bit messy, this particular recipe. So I do recommend using some type of protection or a liner like I'm using for your recipe. That's going to save a lot of cleanup as well and mess. So as you can see, when I'm adding the chicken as well, I'm adding it one by one, and I'm making sure that the chicken doesn't overlap, and I'm also giving each chicken wing enough space as well, so that when it cooks, or should I say when it air fries, it has enough room and they're not stuck together, so it doesn't create some type of steam, because when food sticks together, sometimes when it overlaps it can create steam. So you want to make sure that you're not overlapping, and if you're using a large batch, then you can definitely do this in batches, but you should have a small amount of chicken wings. I'm using a small amount of chicken wings, and it's enough to cover the capacity of my air fryer, which is quite big. So it depends on the size of your unit. So this is what the chicken wings looks like halfway through air frying, and what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to turn over each of them with my tongs before placing them back in the air fryer, so the other side of the chicken air fries as well. So what I'm going to do now is remove the chicken wings one by one and dip them in the sauce, or should I say at this point I'm using it as a glaze. What I did was I divided the sauce into two, so I have one part for dipping the sour wings in once they've cooked, and the other part, what I'm using now, is just to serve as a glaze for the chicken. So you just want to use some tongs or something like that and dip the chicken in. So when you're dipping it in, you want to rotate it and to make sure that all of the chicken is completely saturated with the sorrel sauce. And then once you do that as well, you want to return it to the air fryer basket, because we're going to air fry it again. So the wings are in the basket. So before I put them in the air fryer to air fry one more time, I'm just going to glaze them again with the sour sauce to make sure that I get the best coating. You can do it again if you want. You can do it more than once, so you can put it in the air fryer for about 5 to 10 minutes and then reglaze it again. But for me, I personally think one time I get enough glaze, and plus I also have the dipping sauce as well, so it really is enough. I feel like on camera it doesn't look like there's a lot of glaze or a lot of color going on, but it really is a deeper glaze, and you will see at the end of the results that the wings are going to be a really nice dark sticky wings. So just use a pastry brush or something like that to coat each of the sour wings, and then return it to the air fryer for about 5 to 10 minutes, and it's going to create a crispy, if you want a crispy wings, then you don't really want to use too much sauce. But if you want smothered wings, then you can do what I'm doing here by coating it with a thickish type of glaze, and you're going to get the best type of wings, and they're really tasty as well. So this is what your wings should hopefully look like. Nicely coated, taste delicious, and trust me, you're probably not going to want to even share them. I know I don't like sharing them. So don't forget to dip in the dipping sauce as well. And thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.